Live this week at our gold member accountability meeting with our crew. This is where we talk about, just what we went through the week, ups and downs, highs and lows, wins and lessons, because we don't take losses, we learn from them, and they are lessons. So let me go ahead and bring everybody on the screen so we can chop it up, chop it up. Here we go. We got a few people, so we can start. I know Lawrence had his hand up first. We can kind of go straight into it. You're muted right now, bro. Okay, there you go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Hey, my condolences, man.
I
To
appreciate
you
it.
and your
Appreciate it.
family.
Appreciate
Yes,
it.
sir. So I got a win and a question. So I'll be real quick.
Okay.
The win is still kind of in process. Basically, I got a lead off the Thumbtack for a company staff retreat. They want pictures and video, like a highlight, kind of recap video and pictures. So got the contract signed. It's supposed to be next Tuesday and Wednesday. They're processing the deposit right now. It's a company. I'm still kind of working through that, Ty. Like I'm shifting from weddings and coming in more into the corporate side, and sometimes getting that non-refundable retainer from a company it just seems like it's a little bit more trickier. But I think it should be good to go. We both signed off on the contract.
Yeah, the non-refundable retainer is important because we're securing that date for you. Like I can't, I got to make sure that I protect my business when we secure that date. I don't want to, you know what I mean? So we have to make sure it's very important that they know because we put in that non-refundable retainer, we're not taking a bigger job that lands on that date. That's kind of how I picture. Hey, we're still getting clients approaching us every day. I don't want to skip out on your job because we get Walmart callers and now we're not showing up for your stuff. So to hold that date, we have a non-refundable retainer. We're busy. Always, you got to always be busy. Good people are always busy. We always busy. So I'm so busy that for us to do this, we have to hold that spot. And if we don't hold that spot, I can't, I could say, yeah, we'll shoot it if we're available, but I can't commit to it. Something may pop up and we may, it may, something may pop up. I can't guarantee it if we're not, if we don't have a non-refundable retainer.
Even when the company is like they operate on the T30, T60 kind
Now,
of basis?
now that's different. That's different because when you work with companies that are of that scale, a lot of times may not be in a position to do it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Really, they can because I've had plenty of companies that say that and still put the retainer on a credit card. But it depends the size of the company, and I'm gonna be really honest with you. It really comes down to how comfortable you feel with that company. If it's a huge company, if it's Walmart or something, I feel comfortable with Walmart. Walmart not gonna run off. You know what I mean? So I feel comfortable with it. However, 99.5% of the time, I'm doing a non-refundable retainer. I've had government contracts where they can't do a retainer. They got to pay you once it's completed, and that's just how they do it. But that's the only time I'm willing to go that route.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can, I guess, give an update next week on how everything played out.
Yeah,
And
definitely
then
do.
my
Yeah.
question is, I'm thinking about pulling the trigger on Neurorighter.
Mm-hmm.
My question was the other app you had mentioned, SiteGuru. Would it be good to get both, or is Neurorighter maybe just a better option of the two? Like, can you kind of touch on that a little bit?
Yes. Oh, give me a second because the screen just changed. So yeah, you wanna. Oh, that ain't it. You both do totally different things. Both do totally different things. So Neurorighter helps create articles to help you rank. SiteGuru lets you watch that ranking to see where you are. Hey, this week you went up 2 spots or you went down. We suggest that you edit this, and this. So, and that's the thing. I don't know if SiteGuru is still available on AppSumo, and Neurorighter is getting ready to get pulled off if it haven't been pulled off already because they go quick. All the good stuff go fast. The really good stuff lasts a week or 14 days. So yeah, they do two different things. I use SiteGuru to, let's say for instance, um, we do a lot of corporate photo booth stuff, right? And I wanna be seen as a corporate photo booth, not a regular photo booth. And the reasons why is corporate pay a whole lot more than a regular photo booth. I want to say corporate 2 hours start at 650. Regular personal event start at like 250. Night and day difference. And the only difference is if we do printouts, I'll put your logo on it. That's the only difference. So I want to make sure we rank for that. So what SiteGuru will do is say, well, what keywords do you want to rank for, and what page are you trying to rank? It'll look at that page and say, hey, change this, make this a heading, make that H1 heading instead of H2, add more of these keywords. And right now we see you ranked at 60. We're gonna check back in a few days to see where you go up, and it'll send you an email saying, hey, you were at 60, but today you were at 55. Let's keep an eye on it. Next week you're at 45. And then a few weeks, hey, you're in the top 10. And what it'll do is it'll just keep you monitored on those. What Neurorighter would do is say, I want to rank my website for corporate event. Let's stick with it. I want to rank this page on my website for corporate event photo booth. So we're going to write an article that contains keywords and things to help to rank, to point back to that page. So not only does it rank on your page, it helps your other page by being something that's affiliated with that and having it point back to that page. So it's great to say I'm a great videographer, but what's dope is to have pages to say rated top 10 videographer in the area, here's why, and it point back to that page supporting it. It'll help both rank because Google looks for proof. If you write and say that you are a dentist in Dallas, well, where's the proof? The proof is I got yellow pages that link back to it. I'm on Google Maps that link back to it. I'm other places that link back to it. So both do different things, but both will help you rank. I suggest both, honestly. I don't think both of them are still available on AppSumo, but you can double check. I know Neurorighter, if it's not getting ready to leave, it's got like 2 days left. Neurorighter it's a no-brainer. Go for it. Even if you get the lowest tier and you got to sit on it, it's worth it because you can hire somebody to try to look at analytics to try to write something per article. Where you got Neurorighter that's just plugged into the analytics to know it's comparing what your competitors are doing. That's what I like. It'll look at what your competitors are doing. It'll analyze why they stuff ranked the way it is. Sometimes your competitors rank because their website is 10 years old and your website is 10 months old. So it'll say it'll be difficult to beat them, but we can write better articles and over time we'll catch them. Or they may have one article that's just been up for 10 years, but now you got 40 that's been up for 2 years. So you may outrank them in that way. So that's why that app is so important. And then you can use SiteGuru to track what's going on. And SiteGuru will tell you to make changes. Hey, make a change to this. Make this title this big, or do this and do that, or you need more of these keywords on this page. We suggest you rewrite this paragraph to this, and then you just copy and paste the paragraph.
And then for SiteGuru, what code do you suggest?
I think with that one, I think SiteGuru, if you get it, I think number 1 will be fine. 2 brand, I think
Okay.
it's under 3 brands. I think I gotta double check. I think I have number 2. I gotta check and see. I think I got
Okay.
2 when I check. Oh no, SiteGuru is still up. Yeah, I think I got number 2. The only reason you would do more is if you have if you have a business and you're watching other people's stuff. So you're monitoring other people's stuff. Yeah. Because plan 1 is if you got 1 website. Plan 2 if you got 2 websites. So plan 1 may work for you.
Okay.
But those are, if you want to, and this is what I want people to think about, because people don't like. It's so important that you realize, or ranking organically is the equivalent of spending money out of pocket every day to get posts to your website, right? If you don't got a big budget and you can't put up, I want to say for every niche you got, on average, you want to spend about $2,000 in ad revenue. That's not to manage the ad. That's $2,000. You should be spending 2,000. It's going to take a minimum of $2,000 a month for you to dominate on page one in your area, depending on what your niche is. The more common your niche, the higher. Like we got lawyers that are spending 30,000 a month to be where photography is a little, or videography is a little less. So as you grow your page organically, you're not paying to be up there and paying per clicks. You're increasing in search results, so that all this hard work you do and all these articles is putting you in a place where it's bringing you clients. And then you can lower your ad budget and focus on being organically in places. And now you keep getting clients coming in. So for me, it was a time where I was maxed out on clients. I couldn't take no more clients. I didn't want to take on more clients. It was just too much work. But it was because my SEO was great. And you may get a call from somebody that's like, they may offer you enough where you'll bump off your small client or pass it to somebody else. Every now and then that would happen. I would get somebody that's huge and be like, hey, yes, Verizon, we can take on this work. Sure. You know what I mean? So it just depends. And then you got to think too. I want you to think of it as, when you look at Thumbtack, when you look at Bark, when you look at the Knot, when you look at companies that that you pay for leads, and they're getting you in front of these people, they're either paying for pay per click, or they're spending a lot of money in SEO to rank organically for what people look for. So they may have articles. Let's say if you're a wedding photographer, right? Here you are spending all of this money to rank for wedding photographer, where the Knot put out consistent articles on, here are the 2024 trends for wedding photography. Here are the top 3 things brides need to know to get great images for their wedding. Here are the top 5 venue types that photograph best. So they're writing all these articles that are catching people earlier in the buying stage, and they're funneling them to the Knot. And then when they get that person that's interested in booking somebody, they're selling that lead for 5 times what it cost them to you. And then they're letting 5 of y'all spend top dollar to get access to that one person. So they're more than 5xing their cost per lead. And over time, they're getting better at getting leads. So what's costing you $60 to get in front of a Thumbtack lead is costing them $2. So it's pure profit at that point. What's going on, AYS Media, on TikTok? I mean IG. So what they're doing is they are the Uber of leads. And I'm gonna be real with you. And in today's world, it's one of the best companies to have, just to be the middleman. Man, they not selling nothing. They don't gotta deliver nothing. All they gotta do is be in places where the average photographer or videographer don't know how to get there and can't compete with it. Or they're not niche enough. They don't have a website that speaks to the client's problems. They don't have a website that convert. They don't worry about the business stuff. They just worry about being creative and having pictures. So what they do is let you create a little cheesy profile, let you upload your pictures, say what you're gonna do, and then they'll just throw you in a bunch with a bunch of other people, and they'll write the articles to catch buyers' attention throughout the beginning stages of the sales process, and then they sell the lead to you. And now they're introducing other things where you can pay through Thumbtack. They're getting a cut of that. You can schedule through Thumbtack. You're getting a cut of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they're just finding ways to take that 28-cent lead that they have gotten organically from writing all these articles, and they're selling it to 5 of y'all for $75. And nothing changes for them. Like, it's just all digital. And only one out of 5 of y'all may get the job. Some of y'all may not. All 5 of y'all may fumble the bag. That client may delete that post and go create another one, and here you are spending another $75 to submit another bid. I see it happen all the time. So that's why I tell you, Thumbtack, some of the best advice I can give you on Thumbtack is, if you don't get chosen for that job, go back and ask them, why not? Or follow up with them until you see that they have selected somebody. And afterwards, I still hit people up and say, hey, I noticed you had a shoot. You selected somebody. We're just checking to see how it went, because you'd be surprised and they'd be like, it was trash. Here's our number. Give us a call next time. So I've gotten a lot of, I used to dedicate 2 hours a week to going back through jobs I didn't land on Thumbtack. And I would get 1 to 2 jobs per week out of that group. Cause I would just keep, I would have follow up copy and paste messages along the lines of, hey, we know, is this still important to you? If it is, we understand life can be busy. We'd love to move forward with the project when you're ready. If not, we still hope all is well, blah, blah, blah. And then I would ask the clients who chose somebody else, why didn't they choose us? You want to learn why you're not getting jobs on Thumbtack? Go ask the people who didn't choose you. They'll tell you. Your price was too crazy. You really didn't say enough. I checked out your website. I couldn't find. They'll tell you. And then you make those changes. So that way you're not guessing. Oh man, my dog back. That's what I'm talking about. We was talking about him last week with the butterfly green screen. We'll get to that in a minute. But so you wanna use those sites to get off those sites, because all they're doing is all the stuff I'm telling you to do. It's just that 2 years ago you couldn't use AI to write an article to rank. They were hiring writers at $2, $3, $4, $500 a pop for an article, and they were just publishing articles. So that's why you gotta, I'm giving you guys the inside trick on that. But any other questions with that, Lawrence?
No, that was it. I
Okay.
appreciate it.
No problem, bro. No problem. Marcus, K, you up next, bro?
All right, what's up, Ty, man?
What's
Sorry
going
for your
on?
loss too, bro.
It's all good.
Yeah, I wanted to commend you, man, from getting on this, bro. We appreciate your time for still doing this. So
I gotta still rock with my gold members.
for sure. So my question, man, is so I talked to my beta client and he gave me a breakdown of the value that I'm getting and I guess what he would end up paying for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was asking him, I was like, okay, so then we went over like the return on investment questions, like how would you get your money back? So we broke down, his profit margin, how many he would need to sell, how long it would take, and all of that stuff. But then we started talking about, okay, if I can't promise you're going to get an X amount of sales because we're dealing with products, what would success look like for you? So would success look like, what if you had, we tripled your website traffic? What if we increased your following? What if your engagement went up? What if the overall brand, looks better and, all this other type of stuff? To a client, he's like, that's amazing, but like, I want sales.
Okay.
And the more we talk back and forth, he was like, oh, because I was explaining to him how marketing is sometimes where it can take a customer 5 to 7 times to see something before they even want to buy it. So I was like, so the more we talked about it, the more he understood. And he was like, man, okay, well, he's like, what you're gonna have to explain to your clients then is the process marketing take and that it's a long game. It's not a short game. So like I was curious, like if you've dealt with any clients or anybody else to where you have to explain to them it's either the long game or would success be okay to you to triple your website traffic, to do all these other things, but it may not hit the exact goal at the time that you want. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. So this is something that I want everybody here that's in a position where they're creating content for the purpose of marketing to think about, right? Because I want, like, I'm trying to see how. This is the thing. My goal is to get 10 people to call your phone. It's your goal to close as many of them as you can close.
That's true.
Because your website may be trash, your sales may be trash, your product may be trash, your service may be trash. That's not on me. And you're not paying me enough to be responsible for the conversion. Now, if you got a 50, 60, 70, $100,000 client on the line and they letting you do landing pages, they letting you do all of that, fine. But if my job is to use content to get your phone to ring, the question and where I'm stopping at is here. If I get you 10 calls, out of them 10, how many can you close? Every overzealous client is going to say 7, 8. Cool. So you telling me, and I'm going to just dumb it down for number purposes. You telling me that if I get you 10 calls and you get 8 sales, you can get 8 sales out of it for $10. You're making $80 for every 10 people I can get. Yeah. Well, how many of them going to refer? At least 3 of them refer. So technically, every 10 people I get call you, you're making $110. Cool. Let me focus on that.
Mm.
Because they're not paying me enough to be responsible for the conversion.
Right. Right.
My job is to create content that get people to get on your phone call your phone, or go to your landing page. If your website is trash, that got nothing to do with me, unless you're gonna pay me to handle that too. But if I'm just doing video or photos, or I'm just handling the content, that's on you. I can't be responsible for that. So I just want to know, because because if we're sending traffic to their page, and their page went from getting 100 views to 3,000 views, I promise
Mm-hmm.
you the problem ain't the video.
Right.
The
Yep.
problem is the website. Now, you can pay me to take a look at it to help increase your close rate, in which I will charge a price where I'm comfortable, and I will bring in an expert under my brand to do that. And we'll talk about it later on the gold side. I got a few services that you can use that will evaluate a website and tell you why it's trash. And you can take that information and walk right over to your client and say, our team has had a chance to look at your website, and this is what we came back with. This is why your
Mm.
conversion rate is crazy. This is why your bounce rate, which is how long people stay on the page before they bounce.
Mhm.
Somebody in the hood had to come up with that. But this is why your bounce rate is what it is. So we're doing our job. Your web developer is not doing his job. Who are you paying? How much you paying? And what is he doing? We'll take that check too.
Yeah. No, that's a great point. And I actually got a Google Analytics guy I found on Fiverr that he set up the Google Analytics and set up all this stuff to where we can actually track,
Yeah.
different things or whatever. And I was giving him different data. I was like, well, look, you got this many people coming to your site and only this percent are viewing the product. So all of these people are leaving. So I was giving them the example of adding video to your site can help with conversions and help with this, that, and the third. So we were going to do that first, and then we were going to run the campaign or whatever. But like you said, if I'm bringing people to your website, I can't, this is still human behavior. So it's like, if they're coming to the site, I can't promise you they're going to buy anything, but my job is at least to get them to the site.
Facts. That's
So
it.
that's confirming that you're saying that, because I can't promise you an extra 200 sales or whatever the case. I can try. We can set that goal and do the
That's
campaign,
that's
but
not my that's not my goal to set. I don't want nothing to
gotcha,
do with that. That has nothing to do with me. Based off the price point that they're willing to pay, I'm not touching it. I can
gotcha.
sell you a fast car. I can't guarantee you win the race. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You may not be able to handle all that power and hit the gas and fishtail. You may not know to go down on the gas slowly until you get grip in the rear tires and then smash it. You may not know how to shift. That's not on me. You're not paying me enough. You want me to drive it? I'll drive it. But the price is about to quadruple. Now, and we may offer, that may be your upsell. That may be your, you know what I'm saying? Like, that may be your higher tier package. But I'm not responsible for the sale. I'm not answering your
Mm-hmm.
phone calls. Y'all, when I got clients calling and y'all like, hello, instead of saying, thank you for calling such and such. You know what I'm saying? I'm not responsible for how bad your website is or how slow it loads. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
responsible for that. I'm responsible for creating content that makes viewers that has a great strong call to action for my viewer. That's it. I will be more than happy to handle more at a price. Now, two things I want to make sure I reiterate when you talk about the value of a video. If you ever go down that pipeline or go that deep into it, one is, if I'm getting you 10 calls, how many? I'm always asking them, how many of those calls are you closing? I'm never gonna give them a number. Let them give me a number, because I'm gonna hang them with that number. If you tell me, oh, at least 5 out of 10, well, you told me that each client is spending $10. How many do they refer? This is another tactic to add more. Well, out of 5 clients, they refer at least 2. So you're telling me if I send you 10, you're getting 7 clients out of it. So every 10 people I send you is worth $70.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I want you to think about that, because I sent you 300 to your website last week. Your website can't close 5 out of 10 like you can. So that's a problem. And then we can track how many calls it got. That's a problem. We called you 100 times. So there are certain applications and programs that will even record the phone calls so you can listen to it. If you ever notice, This is what, and then I'll give you just guys an inside trick. If you ever notice that a lot of times when you go to like Yellow Pages, or you go to um, Yellow Pages online website, or like Yelp, the phone number they have listed is not your real phone number, so that they can track the calls and sometimes record it. So what Google Maps is doing now is when you search for something, and you can try it right now on your phone, it'll never give you the phone number. You got to click the call button. You got to click to see the phone number. It does that because they can say, hey, I know you're paying to be on Google Maps, and 50 people clicked to see your phone number to call you this month. What do you mean you didn't get no clients? Because 50 people wanted to call you. We did our job. You don't click to see a phone number unless you're calling them. We did our job. You just can't sell. Now, if you want us to put somebody in place to do it, we'll do it, but it's going to be at an additional cost. The conversion is on you. And if you want a marketing company to handle conversion, you're going to dig deep in your pocket because it's going to cost you some money. And there's nothing wrong with that. But at the price you're paying, sir, we're just covering content. You want the super
Gotcha.
gold platinum package where I come to your house and answer your phone and tuck you in? Cool. Pay to play. But it ain't going to be this price.
Now, and I mean, I'm not gonna hold you no
No,
more
you
because
good.
I want other people to get their questions in. But once I get people to their site, do you think then I'm promising them, not promising them, but at least setting certain goals that I'm gonna get, we're gonna get more traffic to the site, or your overall engagement online or your following and all of that stuff will increase, and then based off of that is where you would have to close the conversions. Because like you said, I can't promise conversions, but like, what should I articulate that, you know what I mean, the value
Yeah,
that I'm bringing him in, other than like changing his overall brand? Because I could tell you right now, the content that we're creating, he's gonna look like a whole different brand.
right. So in the
But I
community section, there's a whole section dedicated to statistics. Those
right,
statistics
okay,
talk about how landing pages perform with or without video. One,
gotcha,
I'm promising an increase in engagement and customers buying simply by having content on your page. That's one.
gotcha.
You know what I mean? That my
Hmm.
promise is that we create engaging content with call to action. If you give somebody a video on a web page that doesn't get seen, how can you promise something? I don't want to make any promises like that. You know what I mean? Because
Hmm.
now the expectations can be unreal, and they want to hold you to something that they didn't do their end. They don't have a pay-per-click campaign. They're not marketing their website. They're not in the places they need to be to grow their business. My job is to help the people that come to their website be more engaged and buy. I, unless I'm on social media, I'm posting, and my goal is to bring in traffic from social media. But if we don't have a paid campaign, I can't guarantee nothing. All I can guarantee is the people that come to this page will be more engaged, and statistically, they're more likely to contact you or buy. But that can go against a really trash website. There's a lot
Yeah,
of, what I'm saying? There's a lot of factors. So I don't want to place myself in that promise, because as soon as it don't go right, he's looking at you. When the truth is, he haven't updated his website since 2016. Half the buttons and links don't work. His page don't load fast enough. You know what I'm saying? Everything, his page is confusing. People don't know where to go. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that. Like I don't. When you accept that responsibility, you're accepting things that you can't control. I don't want to
mm,
put that on the table as something that is on me. I want to be a
right,
part of your success, and I'm going to point out some things which I'm not being brought on as a consultant, but I don't want to be responsible for thinking one video is going to take your sales up 50%
hmm,
when
gotcha.
your link to buy don't work. And you know what I'm saying? And there's other problems. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, make sure you don't put yourself on the hook for that.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man. And when we jump back over to gold, I would appreciate, like you said, giving me any of those resources too that
Absolutely. Yeah.
that you use for the website stuff. All right.
Yeah, look in the community. It's under the community. In fact, if you look, if you're on a website, I can't remember if it work on the app, but I created a whole. When you click on the community, you can go down to the statistics page, which has 2024 statistics for social media, landing pages, video, marketing with video, everything.
Oh no, no, not the stats, but I'm talking about the resource for
Oh,
reviewing the
yeah,
website
yeah,
and
I
all
got you.
yeah, all of that stuff.
I
Okay,
got you.
bet.
Don't let me forget, but I got you.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
appreciate it.
Up next, Miss Brandy. What's going on? You muted.
Hey,
Hey, hey.
I'm in the middle of responding to an inquiry, so
Okay,
that's exciting.
that's always
And
good.
I have a win. Remember, I was telling you guys about that client that we had a consultation call with. We ended up closing and getting that 50% non-refundable retainer, fully processed and paid. So
That's what's
we
up.
off to the races with our first official bride. So
That's
that's
what's
exciting.
up. So you killing it. Can you talk on it a little more? Just the process, maybe?
So the client found us on Instagram,
Okay.
and on our Instagram page, I have a link to our website where I have the Honeybook contact form embedded. So inquiry came in and hit my Honeybook and then replied with our script that we worked out. And then, we said reply with if you're interested. They were interested, so we sent a calendar link, and we limited their time to book a call to like 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And we had all kind of FOMO in our script, so she was on it, responded very quickly. And then yeah, we hopped on the call like 2 days later, and then I sent over a proposal, which I'm happy to show y'all on the back end if you want to see it. But it has like our video and, like an about us section, examples of our work, and really breaking down, more about us. We figured out what, what brides value. So we talked about ourselves and our product and really value stacked what we're selling. And then they can go from that to their services, and they kind of build their own package. And then the contract, which Honeybook Auto fills everything for you based on what they selected, and then the invoice. So I have everything in one spot, so they can book in one fell swoop.
Yeah, making it
So
easy for them to spend money. You always want to make it easy to spend money.
yes, very easy. And so, yeah, and I also put a deadline within, I think it was like it was 9 days from the day I sent it. It's basically saying you get these freebies, like these add-ons, if you book by this date. So that was another thing that probably helped with the close.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I like it.
now we gonna talk about next steps on the other side of
Yep,
this.
yep. Because I always, and if you're not, the good thing about when you're working with wedding photography or videography, there's a natural expiration date. Like there's always FOMO because they got dates and deadlines, and they're trying to get stuff together before they big day. If you're not doing, doing the wedding side, you could still create, I want to say fear of missing out or FOMO with a few different ways. Hey, this the price we provided is got a 30-day window, or we're busy. It's whatever season. These dates fill up fast. We would like to get your date on as soon as possible. So we'll talk about that more, about making sure that you install, because a lot of people are like, oh, I sent them a message, they don't call me back, I ain't heard back, because you haven't installed enough FOMO in your stuff. They feel like they got forever to shop you. It may be something they're not in a big rush. And if you're not busy, you're not good. So hey, if you want the best to do it, we gotta, what, or get off the pot. So, and that's just, that's a good way to kind of get the ball rolling. So you're not waiting in limbo for clients to finish, to get around to it. So I like that.
Yep. I'll tell you all of my FOMO tactics. You tell me if I'm missing any.
Okay. Marcus, you up next, bro?
What's good? What's good? What's good? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Awesome. So today's been one of them days. Relationships. We talk about it in the gold section, bigger than a Fort Knox heaviness. About building relationship with your client. So I have a client. I've done some work for them here and there. He's paid, he's not paid. It was more of the relationship that's been the major factor. Well, needless to say, this man is going to be opening up a grocery store,
Wow. That's a lot of video.
buying 100,000 square feet building. And he's telling me, I'm hiring you right now to do all my ads, all my product photography, all my training.
As Johnny Manziel would say back in the day, before he got, but yeah.
It was a long shot in the dark of hoping that this man would be able to do something with his business, but proof is in the pudding with the gold membership. Yet again, of putting in the investment into educating, because those educations in module 1, the principles are still teaching me so much about the relationship. And the fact of the matter is, next week we sit down for contract.
That's what's up. I
He's
like
not
that.
he's not bluffing this time. It's like, it's gonna be no. He's like, yeah, I need this done. Yeah.
So
I almost
that's a big win right there. That's a car changing, house changing win right there.
But yet, guess what I'm gonna do? What does module 1 say? Take care of what? The relationship.
Yep.
I don't need to take all of your ad. Nope. Let's work here. Let's start here. Let's
grow it.
Build concepts. Let's build proof. Let's be. Yeah. So that's that. Called another company today. Guy is so appreciative. He had a kid. Has a moving company. Wants to start doing some social media. Wants to start doing some ads, some SEO stuff, so he can put himself up higher. So we're gonna sit down next Tuesday, sit down and discuss stuff. My client last week, who was a HVAC company that I worked with, yet again, relationship. Every time I've seen him 3 times in the last week, going about, right, doing meetings and whatnot. He's like, I got a $10,000 check for you.
Where's your posted at?
I got a $10,000 check for you.
Where you'll post it? You ain't got it this week? You'll post it. They got more
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, here's my other one. I got millions. I already have.
That's
He
what's
already
up.
gave me the millions. I just got to learn how to tap into it.
Facts.
Yeah, so sorry. Yeah, that kind of blended, but it's surreal. I got more wins. I sent this to you directly.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that.
You. Built a relationship with a nonprofit. You can do relationships with nonprofits because most people don't know nonprofits got bread.
Yeah.
It's just, what kind of value do you provide them, and how can you get creative on the business side of, oh, you have this client, cool, we'll take care of them, and then we get paid. A whole different, more in the back end,
Right.
in the gold membership. But got a new office, year office for free.
Say that one more time so they can hear you. I don't think they heard you. Say that one just so they can hear you.
A year office for free. And I'm going to be helping this nonprofit. Oh wait, that has connections to billionaires, to businesses, veteran organizations, first responder organizations. Because I took care of yet again, the relationship. When people say, well, I can't do the beta client. You never know when that valve's going to turn full open.
Facts.
You don't get to decide when the valve opens. You just got to be there to make sure it's protected. And that's where community comes in, taking care of relationships. So that's what I got today.
That's a good day. That's a good day. Hey, real quick, I want to say something because we've reached an important milestone that we have. I've been waiting for this moment on Flash Film Academy. I've been waiting for this. We are 3 Tyrones deep for the first time in a long time. The last 3 good Tyrones left on the planet. All 3 of us deep.
Tyrone
I was waiting for Tyrone Russell to jump on. We 3 Tyrones deep today. So don't start nothing, won't be nothing, because these Tyrones will fix it and we'll run your wallet. Just want to put
Yes,
that
sir.
out
I
there.
think we got
The
3
last
marks
3 good
on here
ones.
too.
We do.
I'm
We
just
well,
saying.
we is
The
triple
last
marked.
2 good ones. I don't know that other Tyrone yet.
Well, he's
He-
cool. He cool. I still. Oh, where my wallet at? Hold on. We gonna figure out in a minute. I can't. Let me check my wallet. I think he good though. Last week nothing came
Yeah,
up missing.
Yeah, I'm good. You know, I'm still fairly new to this. Just trying to make
Got
sure
mine.
I
Y'all
pop
didn't
up here
take it.
on a regular.
Good.
Well, everybody check their wallets. We good. We good. Okay, we good. See, I told you these Tyrones is, man. I'm about to start a Tyrone breakout session and later. So Tyrones can get together. So you know what I'm saying. But we'll work on that later. We're gonna get some more Tyrones. Watch because of this.
Hey Ty, I wasn't done.
Oh, you got more? But wait, there's more. Tony says his middle name Tyrone. That worked. Tony Tyrone. That's nice. Go ahead. Go for it.
Got more wins.
Let's hit them dubs.
So in that, another HVAC company that's been talking to me. They followed up. They want to do another meeting
So you got dubs on top of dubs.
on dubs.
Dubs on dubs and Office Space.
Fans.
Can we get a virtual tour like later? Not a virtual tour for the gold members just to see the spot. Not now, but whenever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
On the gold side though.
On the gold side, we ain't about to share it with everybody else. They don't need to know all that.
But the only way I was able to do this is I did beta client work.
Facts.
And it didn't happen overnight. This wasn't even planned. Most of these guys like, hey, can you do this? Yeah, we're friends. Cool. Let me do this. Sure, I got you. And then now they're like, hey, I need to hire you. Why? Because of the steps of educating twice, then more than once, of entertainment.
Sometimes it take touches. Sometimes it take touches to get where you want to get. So sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Mama
that.
gonna be happy tonight.
Oh yeah. Well, that's something different. But you right. We ain't gonna talk about that until we get to the gold plus. Whatever you and mama got going on. We're gonna leave that, you know what I'm saying? This is while we on the air, it's G rated, you know what I'm saying? No Diddy. We got Brandon up next. Brandy, go for it, bro. Pause. There you go. All the way from. I mean, you want to tell them?
All the way from Brisbane. Yeah, sorry, I'm just running around getting ready for today's shoot. So thought I'd jump on real quick.
That's what's up.
Yeah, exactly. It was just a quick question that actually came up before while you guys were talking. Fuck, I just got so distracted by Hope's screen just then.
I know Hope's. That's Hope's sister. She sleep right now. She always rock with us.
I was gonna say Hope's sister has a question there, dude. It looks like she got her hand up.
Yeah, I think that's what Hope's doing. I think she got the hand up. We're gonna get to Hope. Don't worry, we ain't forgot about you. She be like that. She be chilling.
Yeah, I mean, I just had a quick question when it came to Neurorighter as well as SEO in general, because it's one of those things that after you recommended it, I picked it up, had a bit of a play around with it and all that sort of fun stuff. But it's like given the work that I do and like the niche that I'm in, I've always and even going through and taking a look at like say Google search analytics and all that sort of stuff, it's like it doesn't really seem like I can find any terms that it's stuff that people are actually searching for when they're looking for a photo or like photographer or videographer or production in that specific field. And majority of I guess inquiries for us come through directly on IG. And I guess the thought was if it's worth still trying to I guess go the route of doing SEO blogs on a website using something like Neurorighter and how that would even be tailored, or if it would be a better idea to, because I'm comfortable in front of camera, just producing videos to go on YouTube that speak to that audience, cover the topics, and then pulling social sound bites to go on IG.
Okay, both. When we get off here, we go to Gold Plus. I'm going to teach you where to get to find the questions. I'm gonna teach you where to go to find what people are looking for, so that you can write the articles about it. Now, you're
gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to find a way to find that because I have to leave for a shoot in about 40 minutes.
I will send it to you personally.
You're a legend. I appreciate it.
I will send it to you personally.
That's been the main thing, is just like not actually knowing anything that people not seeing any sort of search trends that people are even looking for when it comes to that specific niche in for fitness in those specific areas on Google.
And also
Fair enough.
If you're gonna create a video that's gonna live on YouTube, also put that video in your article and write an article about that video. So that article points to both your homepage and your YouTube page, your YouTube video, which will increase the rank on YouTube because don't forget, Google owns YouTube. They rather take you to a video than to a website because a video
Well,
they can
because
show
that
ads.
was the original thought. Because I was like, yeah, like videos rank better on Google anyways, and I was like, I could just go and write articles based off of that. But then it was like, say with something like Neurorighter, that then doesn't really work because I'm basing it off of a video. So there's probably a better tool than using something like that.
So there are two tools. There's one that will there's a tool that you can use to write an article based off a YouTube video. It'll pull the information from the YouTube video and write an article on it. I got that tool. I don't know if it's still available.
Yeah, I remember we talked a while back, but I can't remember what it was called.
Let me see. I'll pull it up and see the name of it. I don't know if it's still available. It may be, it may not be. I got so many windows open. I gotta find it. MakerSuite is a good one too. MakerSuite is a real good one.
I've got MakerSuite as well.
That's a good way to put in a keyword, and that's one of my tricks to finding what people are asking based off the keyword. It's MakerSuite.
I've been sort of like using that in combination with Eureka, because like Eureka's doing course research, and it's like, from my point of view, if you can, if you're creating like mock courses in a sense, like that's pretty much a good way of doing educational based YouTube content, and then you're just distributing it.
Absolutely. There was one called, I forgot, it was called YT Copycat, I think, and it'll get any video, it'll pull the captions or get all the text from the video, and then it'll write a summary about the video and pull pictures from the video so that you can write an article about it. And then you can write it however you want, whatever tone. And I mean, you can get that information and either post it or feed it into Neurorighter, and get it to write an article. Yeah, because the good thing about Neurorighter is you got to tell it, hey, this is the page I want to point back to. That's the part that people skip over Neurorighter. This is the page that I want to rank. This is the information I want to use to rank it, and these are the keywords I want to come up under. And it'll put it together in a way so it'll all work together.
Awesome. I mean, thank you. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was really just the case of, I was like, is SEO worth it? Is articles worth it? Is video just a better option for that field? But I'll keep an eye out for that message once you guys are able to go over that, and that'd be friggin' fantastic. I appreciate
that. They're the ultimate trifecta. If you can do it, and this is something that I've learned, even if you got a YouTube channel and you want to grow your YouTube channel, start a blog site. Write about what you're creating a video about, create an article on it, put that video in an article. You're creating backlinks that both support each other and rank both, even on YouTube. So I want to do all three, to be honest with you. I want to, or at least both. I want to write an article and do a YouTube video, or video if possible. And that's what I want to do on both. So I still think articles are definitely the way to go. They're just, it's people read articles. People search for text. People still use Google is still the number one site. It's going to lead you to more text than anything. Would it prefer to lead you to a video? Yes. And it will lead you to a video, especially if there are multiple articles that support that video and point to that video as being the answer to the question. So you definitely want to be in both. And for the price of Neurorighter, that one time, man, yes.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Have it there, and just when you get the chance, even just jump back in and play with it properly. At least you got it.
Facts. And even there are things that I've bought off Sumo app or AppSumo that you planting the seed. It may not be everything you want it to be now, but at that price, I can set it and forget it and come back to it and see. And the good thing about it too is if you got problems or questions or suggestions, the owners are right there. You can talk to them and say, hey, what do you think about? And they'll get back with you and they'll make changes. There's things that I've submitted that I've seen in apps. And I was like, wow, this is dope. So go do that with a big app. Go do that with, a huge app or huge service and see if they get back to you. Or see if you see it even in the pipeline. Like, we thinking about that. It's going to be third quarter. Cool. That's all I need. Say less. I'm in. You know what I mean? So definitely.
Yeah. Awesome, thank you. And while I'm here, well, I guess this is a bit of a win. You can probably see I've got some boxes all stacked up around me. Give it 2 weeks till I get the keys, and then probably a couple weeks after that, and we will soon have 4 or 5 different sort of studio spaces set up, ready to go at all times.
That's what I'm talking about. You about to make me take a trip to Australia. I got to dust off the old passport and come down there. I need to pop in on Black Magic too, but I need to come.
100%.
I need to come out there and check you out, man. I got to. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I will happily be that BTS vlog camera guy for you.
I got you. I got you. See, America, they just
pop in on African American magic.
African. Yeah, we got to talk about. We got to have them change the name to African American Magic. I'm trying to be the spokesperson. I'm gonna get a bunch of baby oil. I'm gonna go on that bad boy. Yeah, I'm gonna go in there shined up like, yo.
Don't let them get away.
You need
just
this
like opens up a trench coat and it's a bunch of Ursa 12Ks and a couple of 6K Pros.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. That's my goal. They're gonna be like, get out of here, guy. That'll be a good prank for NAB, but we ain't gonna talk about it. But yeah, I can't wait. That's another studio tour I want, man. So when you get it going, man, we would love a studio tour.
100%.
I love to see everybody grow and just see, coming in, starting, and just, where people going is dope. I love it. Up next is my boy Alex. What's going on, man? You muted.
Hey, how's everybody doing, man?
We were talking about you last week, man. You came up last week with the chair thing last week, man. It was. I gotta find that video because I got it. I gotta remember.
Yeah, I sent that back after you all shamed me, man. I went to hiding like Diddy.
Yeah. It was funny. Hey, but at least you learned with us and not on the job. Like when you popped
that would
it
have
up.
been bad. That would have been really bad. And I don't know what happened. I couldn't close that deal.
Because of that video, the sales of those dropped by 50% worldwide. So yeah, they probably threatened me.
That's actually why I raised my hand. It's been a while. I told you I have a commitment on Wednesdays, and sometimes I just can't get out of it. I miss hanging out with you all. I just made it a point tonight to see you, talk to everybody. But it's crazy because how's everybody doing? It's good to see the group again, man. Rodney and Marcus and
Yo,
Brandy,
Alex, I missed you, bro.
I know.
Shoot me your number. I have some shit to talk to you about. I didn't know if you were still in the group or not. I was like, fuck,
I'm still in the group.
This guy's number. Shoot him
I told my wife.
It's all good. I'm demonetized. Go ahead.
I said I got my man Ty's got my credit card. I'm gonna make sure I make a meeting.
Yeah, I got to get your phone number so I can call you and check on you, make sure you're good.
No doubt. No, definitely I will. I'll shoot the number and the thing, Luke. But
yeah,
it's funny that I came in when you guys were all talking about the organic, right? The organic, getting organic leads and being able to rank on Google organically. And I told you my situation with the company I worked with, that they guaranteed me I'd be on the first page of Google, and they didn't disappoint. Constantly cultivating my website, trying to make it better. I've sought out professionals to help, So I know the winter usually gets slow for everybody, and it's been slow, very slow for me. But I just to give you an example, I ranked number 1 in there's a major area in the New York suburban northern New York market. I'm ranking number 1 there organically. I mean, all the clicks are ahead of me, but I'm number 1 organically. I have the most reviews. I'm local, so you can call me from Kansas and know that I'm here local. As a matter of fact, I got a deal like that. Somebody calling from out of town, and I've converted it. And I'm number 1 in the entire county, which is a very large county. I'm number 2. I'm sorry, in the entire county, but number 1 in this particular big part of the county. And I'm not getting phone calls, and I mean, basically, I don't have the budget at this point to cost per click. I'd love to be able to do that. And I know I vacillated with getting email lists and blasting emails. And then I remember, and I also was thinking about making phone calls and getting hung up on. And I remember the whole thing you told me about, I'm a great plumber. Man, I don't need a plumber. You better have my door. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That sort of thing.
I got a guy for you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm basically just so you know, I did get a phone call last week, and I was able to close it. That one phone call I got for the first time in like, I don't know how long. I closed the deal, and I used one of your tactics to upsell, because she told me that they're a construction company that does decks, right? So they wind up doing they have residential clients who say, hey, it's getting nice out. I'm in the Northeast, so when the birds start chirping, people get excited around here. So we will have one for residential, and we have one where we want to get corporate clients. So I went back to my memory banks and thought about you with that college example, one for the parents, one for the kids.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, listen, you have two different audiences here. Now, if you want to reach them both, we're going to need two different messages, because there's things that are more important to one audience than there's to another. So we're actually going to have to do, if you really want this, if what you're saying is success is reaching these people, then we're going to have to do it this way. And I basically upsold them on having a second video, second script, second, editing, second voiceover artist. So I was able to upsell them. That was really cool. I'm really happy about that. I'm excited about getting a job for the first time. I got to remember how my camera works. It's been such a long time. To be honest with you all, my camera is like collecting dust. Got emphysema. I got dusted off. So, and Ty always talked about having a room full of gear, but you're not doing anything with it. And this is like true confessions right here. I can't sit there and tell you I got wins coming up. I can't do what Marcus is doing and tell you about all these people who are banging my door down and throwing money at me. I'm basically at the point where, I'm like, this has to. It's not my full time, because I can't make it my full time right now. It's a part time, but at first my initial goal was, hey, I want to be shooting 2 days a week, editing 2 days a week, have the 3 days a week off. Now, honestly, if I get 2 jobs a month, I'm happy. And the crazy part is, I guess I'm doing everything you're supposed to be doing organically, but I'm not getting those phone calls in.
How's your website traffic?
It was up this month. It was up this month. It's not incredibly high, and I'm not sure if it's the economy. I don't know. I don't want to blame anything. I don't know if it's me.
I'm about to tell you what it is.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. But first, stand by, because everybody that's watching on the free side, I'm about to let them go, and we're about to get to the Gold Plus side, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. I know exactly, and I'm about to point you to. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you how you need to fix it, and I'm gonna point you to somebody that can help you fix it, that I use on mine when I got traffic but no calls. So sit tight. Sit tight. All right. All my people out there, listen, we do this every single Wednesday. I'm about to go back so we can finish chopping it up. We try to keep it rated G for the platforms, but we don't like to keep it rated G, because this is a hands-on, dirty thing that we got to talk about, and it's life. And we want to make sure that we're keeping it real with each other. And sometimes you got to have friends to say, hey, don't do that, do this. And, we like to keep it 100. And that's what we about to do. And this is a situation that requires 100. And I got to, we got to get off the free platforms and talk to the contenders who ready to do this. So if you're not a gold member, check out flashfilmacademy.com. And everybody else, I will see y'all in the next video. All my gold members, sit tight.
You've been listening to Content and Cash, a Flash Film Academy podcast. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and go to our webpage at www.flashfilmacademy.com.